the calm before the storm. This was taken on Thursday evening, and the next following screenshots are what us Floridians were seeing that was going across our screen nonstop. I know a lot of people think that we were panicking, but when you have these types of warnings, it's really hard to not take them serious or at least get a little bit concerned. Did you know there's a hurricane coming? But for real, heading to Alex's doctor's appointment and then going to try to find some bread because Brian kept saying I didn't have to worry about the storm, that it was only going to be a category 1. It's a category 4. So we got a filter today. I got a filter on. We got a, what's that called? A generator today. And I'm exhausted. This, even just the stress of the hurricane is exhausting. The waiting for the hurricane is exhausting. Like, yes, I'm going to sleep.
The news exaggerating everything.
The news exaggerating everything is exhausting. So you guys have a great night. Thank you for listening to me ramble earlier. And have a fabulous day. And if you're in Florida, remember to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. We went looking for generators and they were sold out everywhere. And we got word that a truck was coming in 30 minutes away from here. So we jumped in a vehicle and we took off. And again, some more projected paths. These are things that we were seeing on our TV screens and our phones non-stop, showing how bad the damage was going to be. We even made sure we stocked up on everything. Again, Brian and a bunch of locals were saying it wasn't going to be that bad. I was the one panicking the most, but when you see things like this on the screen, you can't help but panic, at least a little bit. I've only lived in Florida 5 years now. So Brian went and had this cookie made for me because a friend of mine tagged me in a similar one online. And I'm like, oh, I need that. Again, some more projections that was on the television. The line goes all the way to the back of the store. Hurricane Dorian update, 1:50 p.m. on Monday. We're starting to get a little wind and some rain. Nothing too fancy yet. I will keep these updates going as long as I can. So whenever I see any weather change, I'll make sure I document it. Everybody who's staying, just like us, be safe. And if you need a place to go, our door's open. Just please shoot me a message or give me a phone call before heading over so I know you're coming. And I'll see you guys later. Hurricane update. There's a Noel. He's like, what's everybody so worried about? Just getting some rain right now. A little wind. Mostly gust. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, it's not so bad out, and then whoosh. My point exactly. And then the rain comes in sideways. Thank you, Mother Nature, for pointing that one out for me. I'm getting soaking wet. But it's raining. And there's a Brian. It's breezy over there. Cedric, you're fine. You're fine. Oh, Weasley's there too. You guys are fine. So that's my hurricane update. Nothing big, but I'm sure it's going to get big. I'm sure. Kind of want to go for a ride, but I'm not going to. All right, catching with you guys later. Brian secured our pineapples. That's something I don't think you guys know about Brian, is that he grows his own pineapples, and he put my cacti over there to keep them safe. It's just a little bit windy now. I figured I'd get a snap of some clouds because they're actually really pretty right now. I think they're the prettiest to the west right there. They're pretty. Hurricane Dorian debris.
Take them down the back road.
There's a lot of debris that way. It's just palm fronds. No big deal. No big deal. It's 9:15. Hurricane Dorian update. Remember, it's not supposed to hit until tomorrow morning around 8 a.m., so in about 11 hours. Wind has picked up some. Not so much rain. We do have power. Power outages have been reported just a few blocks away from here, but as of right now, we have power. It's windy, but manageable. We are putting the kids to bed and going to maybe watch a movie or something, try to relax and prepare for the morning. If anything picks up, I'll try to jump out here and do a quick video because I know I have a lot of people following along, but right now we're pretty good, and you can almost feel the wind gusts before they actually start. Like, one's about to start and I think the video is about to cut off, so but honestly, the breeze just feels like a normal summer storm, but I know it's not. It's one of those things where I know that Dorian is churning just off the coast over there that you can't see. You can see Brian's reflection. And she's thinking about it, or he's thinking about it. I keep calling the hurricane a she. My bad. So you guys have a good night, and I'll update you goose. Wow. I will update you guys when there's more action. Over and out. Hi, buddy.
That's who those guys are.
You need to make sure you stay safe, your entire frog family, okay?
Yeah,
Say hi.
they're behind the shutter.
Say hi. Ribbit, ribbit. Alright, it's nearly 3 a.m. Tuesday morning, and I am getting ready for bed. And upon letting the dogs out one final time for the night, we realized that it's picked up some wind and some rain. So I figured I would do one final update before I go to sleep. Alright, it's nearly 3 a.m. Tuesday morning, and I am getting ready for bed. And upon letting the dogs out one final time for the night, we realized that it's picked up some wind and some rain. So I figured I would do one final update before I go to sleep. And I noticed all these millipede, centipede things on our walls. So they're trying to get out of the storm. But that's my final update for the night. Like I said, there's some gusty winds and some light rain. They're saying tomorrow at 8 p.m. now, I believe. I guess we'll see what it looks like in the morning. Have a good night, guys. Right now it's just a little windy, barely raining, and I hope that doesn't fool people, and I hope they're still prepared when the heavy winds start. Thanks for all the concern, guys, and I will catch you later. It's like 12:39, and we're starting to get some rain. The Noel's back. You see him? He's not. Starting to get some winds. They lifted the barrier island evacuation, so people are allowed to return back to the islands, which is all coastal. They're saying now we're going to get tropical storm type winds and rain. Then the big thing I'm concerned about through all of this is, I think I've said this 100,000 times, is the loss of power. And with tropical storms, you lose power. Hell, in my little area, sometimes we lose power just when it's raining. So I'm actually shocked we haven't lost power yet. But as you could tell by my videos, the wind gusts come and go. We might actually take a ride down by the ocean. We are going to ride down by the ocean later, I think, as long as it doesn't look too crazy out here, just to see how everything down there is holding up. Because I know during Matthew, that was the worst of it. It took out even part of our boardwalk. But there's my update for you guys. And we're doing good. I'm getting a lot of messages. Just riding it out and waiting. A lot of waiting. Honest to God, this is probably one of the worst hurricanes / tropical storms I've been through, just because of all the waiting. I absolutely positively hate waiting for anything, especially storms, when you have anxiety. But I'll keep you guys updated, and be safe. Thank you for all the messages, and I will catch you on the flip side. Later. We're currently live down by Ocean Grove Beach. I don't even know if you can hear me. There's a real crazy guy right there, but we're not the only ones. This is crazy. Well, folks, this is where you park. This is the boardwalk. The ocean never comes up this far. Let's go see what it looks like from the boardwalk. I don't don't know if you guys can hear me, but for people asking if it's much worse than yesterday, I was sitting right there doing my live videos when it was just coming up a little bit. It's actually eroded all the way under the boardwalk. The news crews just came up. And I don't want to be on the news, so I'm going to move forward. But yes, this is a lot worse than yesterday. And it hasn't even hit us yet. Everyone's like, oh, we're out of the clear, it's fine. But this doesn't look fine to me, to be honest with you, but over and out.
I think she's
So
like,
Thursday
Mom, here.
and Friday, I
Yeah.
was over there digging. Right there at the corner.
Give it to her. Daisy!
Mom, here.
Daisy!
Squeak it. I'll do it.
Yeah, that little.
Daisy!
Remember you know how it always floods right
Daisy!
there?
Ah, good kids!
Oh, she caught that.
Cross, yeah, right across there. Now it's just
Oh, she's gone.
we dug it up.
Hurricane Dorian update. It is Tuesday, just before 7 p.m. And we are just now getting what we're going to end up getting. I don't know if that made any sense. We're no longer getting a category 4 or 5. If I'm not mistaken, they're just considering what we're getting tropical storm winds, which are still bad enough. Windy, rainy. We know for sure schools are opening Friday morning. Brian has to report to work tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. The shelters are closing tomorrow by noon. That's what we know. We're having a lot of beach erosion going on, and they have actually closed off the road that we were on earlier, that we parked on, because the sheriff was saying that they are scared that the road is going to start caving in. So earlier when we were evacuated off the boardwalk, it's not because we were doing anything illegal per se. It was for safety of all media and people that were up there taking photos and whatnot. But this has been one hell of a ride. It has not been the worst hurricane I've ever been through, but it most definitely has been the most tiring, because it was just a bunch of hurry up and wait. It's going to be bad. It's not going to be bad. It's going to flood. It's not going to flood. It's going to rain. It's not going to rain. It's going to hit us at a category 3, at category 4, at a category 5. It's not going to hit us. It is going to hit us. It was just a bunch of anxiety for the past, I swear to God, week. But that is my update. And again, if anything more happens, I will update everybody, but we still have power and everything is okay. Just rain, some wind. Final Hurricane Dorian update. The eye has officially moved past us, and we're just getting the outer bands of it. And the frogs are back out. Pretty much we're out of the clear, I believe. Gonna have some winds, some rains, the typical Florida stuff. So thank you guys for being there and checking in. And that's not snow, I have the light on. And for checking in with us. This was a doozy. I mean, almost an entire week of just fear. Oh, there's some wind. But we are going to go lay down. It's like 12:15 Thursday. Was it Wednesday morning? I'm trying to fast forward into the future. So again, thanks guys for checking in.